Hi everyone, I hope you're good. Now, tonight I want to set you up for success, and we're going to do that by setting ourselves up for Stoic success. Okay, so tonight I want to get a little bit philosophical with you. Okay, so if you're struggling to hit your goals, if you're struggling with weight loss, if you need a bit of a kick, if you need a refocus, if you want to get back on track, then this is the thing to watch. Okay, it might just be the kick you need to help get you back on track. Okay, so before we get into it, okay, Stoicism, what is it? Okay, now invented by the ancient Greeks. Okay, Stoicism focusing on things that are in your control. Okay, so it's all about overcoming negative emotions. It's about living in the present moment, and it's about helping others and yourself for the common good. And of course, finding opportunity in every obstacle. Now, there is a book here that I've referenced called The Chimp Paradox, just on the right hand side there, by a gentleman called Professor Steve Peters. Now, in my opinion, you don't need to go and buy this book because by the end of it, I'm pretty sure you get the gist within the first few chapters, right? But that book says that basically you have a human part of your brain, okay, a human part of your brain that is rational. Um, it's got this thought process that is, fully acceptable, rational. You think normally, you have a normal response, a properly thought out way of living life. Okay. Not only that, you have a chimp side of your brain, and the chimp side of your brain is primal. Okay, that chimp side is the one that goes crazy when someone pulls out at you at a junction. It's the one that kicks off every time you get that email you don't want to see. It's the one that goes crazy, when you go on Amazon and what you want out of stock. It's the thing that flies off the handle, reacts. Okay, there's no thought to it at all. It's pure primal instinct. Okay. So you've got your human and you've got your chimp. Okay. Both existing in your brain. The third thing you've got in your brain is a computer. Okay. And then the computer does all the subconscious things that you don't even realize that you're doing. Okay. Now, the reason I'm telling you this today is because that most people tend to think with the chimp side of the brain, right? We react, we're emotional, we fly off the handle, okay? And it's the human side that we want to try and bring out more of because we can all react calmly and thoughtfully, and that will lead to better outcomes for us, okay? So let's talk about Stoicism. I've got a quote for you for every slide that we go through, and I'm going to give you some tips on how that's going to help you live a better life and reach your goals as well, whether it's fitness, weight loss, whatever it may be. Okay. So the all or nothing mentality. You don't have to be perfect to make progress. Now, how many people wait for the perfect day to do something? They'll wait for it to stop raining. They'll wait for Monday. They'll wait for the planets to align. They'll wait for the flipping crystals to tell them it's the right time to do something. Okay, you don't have to be perfect to make progress. Conditions don't have to be perfect to make progress. You can make progress right now, and I assume you're doing so if you're actually watching this video. Okay, I'm arming you with the tools you need to make progress. Okay, so the takeaway is to embrace that progress and not perfection. Okay, if, for example, all these people who hopefully are still on it, but the people who started in January with the New Year's resolutions, they basically were completely off it in December and they are completely on it in January to the point where it gets a little bit too much. Then they'll maybe have a little bit of alcohol, maybe they'll have a little bit of a night out, maybe they'll have a little bit of a dodgy meal in terms of calories. And for them, that could mean that they've undone all their hard work. And for a lot of people, they're going to just say, forget it. I'm not even going to do it anymore. I'm going to go back to square one. And they'll do the same thing next January again. Okay. But you've got to roll with the little bits that don't go your way. Okay. It's not all or nothing. It's focusing on control and getting back on track. Okay. One mistake doesn't ruin everything, but a week of mistakes add up, a month of mistakes add up. Okay. So even if you've had some indulgent days, just get back on it. Okay. Always prioritize that protein. And of course, if you know you're going out, then just adjust your calories leading up to the point where you do go out for that meal or you do go on your night out. Okay? You are a human. Now, struggling with motivation. Now, some of you may be going through this because, well, January's gone. We're stuck into February now. Okay? And the quote there, we are what we repeatedly do. Now, there is something called the law of specificity. Okay? And that states that you will get better like the things you do often. Okay, so Aristotle here wasn't joking when he said we are what we repeatedly do. Like I can look at I can look at a biscuit now, right? And I'll tell you how many calories are in it, right? I do Kimberly's head in because of the fact that I can just look at some food and I know exactly what's in it. And that's just because of the fact that I've done it for years. All right. So I know what I'm like with things like calories. So that makes it really easy for me to understand my intake. And that may be completely alien to you, but that's okay because I've been doing it for ages and you haven't, right? But it will come in time, all right? But you got to stick with it. So, routine, resilience, consistency, okay? We started the year with motivation. We're going to end it with resilience. That's the only way you're going to end it successfully, okay? And you get there by repeatedly doing it, okay? So build your routine, schedule your workouts. Obviously, we do that through our AK Active app, which is brilliant. Do not have anything get in the way of those workouts. Okay. They are the times for you. They are your non-negotiables. Okay. Make it happen. Okay. You can meal prep in advance. And you always have to have a goal. Okay. I said this in my last live, a lion needs something to hunt. Even if you hit your goal, make a new one. All right. Find something else to focus on, whether that's weight or performance or getting yourself on track out of the gym as well. You need that. Okay. The thing is about resilience, consistency, and routine is it ain't sexy. So it doesn't sell, right? Most people are like, get results now and lose like 15 stone in a week. That's what pulls the crowds in. That doesn't get long-standing results or a change of a habit. Okay. Have a think about that. We are what we repeatedly do. Now, balancing family, work, and fitness. And an amazing shot there of our little gym buddies and the mums who are training with them, okay? Now, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Thinking back to that first slide where I spoke about the chimp paradox, imagine how someone pulls out of you at a junction, okay? When you're driving your car, it's how you react to it that matters, okay? For some people, that will completely ruin their day. They will fly off the handle, they will go absolutely mental at the person that's pulled out on them. Some people just let it go because it's not worth it, because life's too short, okay? And that is how you need to react, okay? Now, a great way to look at this is to look at your habit loops and how you react, okay? Now, a good example is that I had a lady and she used to take the kids to an after school club every single week. She used to take them, pick them up from school. She used to have a bit of time with them at home. Then she took them to the after school club. Now, the time that they are at after school club, she shouldn't have any time alone when they're at school because she's at work. But after school club, she got a little bit of downtime. Okay. She could be at home on her own. She could chill out. But that signaled to her that this is my downtime, this is my relaxing time. This is the time actually I'm going to raid the cupboards and binge. Okay. That's what we need to take a look at. And obviously the feeling she got from that was, relief, the little dopamine hit that she got from the food. But of course, it's a bad habit. She used to do it every single time the kids went to the after school club. Not good, right? So build a habit loop that works for you, that gives you that same feeling of happiness, but it isn't raiding the biscuit cupboard, right? Another one of our ladies um, put BCAAs in her gin glass, right? So you've still got the goldfish bowl style glass, the gin glass that you use. You've still got the colourful liquid inside it, but it's actually BCAA. It's got protein in it. It's not got alcohol in it, and she still gets the same feeling. She's holding the glass. She's got something like she can taste it. It's great. But actually, she's not undoing all of her hard work in the gym by going and binging on alcohol, right? Amazing. Other than that, have a routine in place. Have a look at those habit loops. If you are going wrong somewhere, look at the triggers and why you are going wrong and just roll with the rest. Okay? Life just happens for a reason sometimes. Don't beat yourself up about it. Fab. Another thing I will just, there we go. Sorry, same picture there. Guilt around food choices. Okay? What we do now echoes in eternity. Now, that's it's kind of a harsh quote to be fair to put on this one. Okay? But when I was bodybuilding, I didn't touch a drop of anything that I shouldn't have. I used to bake Kimberly cakes and I used to throw in chocolate. I used to put peanut butter in there, everything, just so I could smell them, right? I didn't actually eat them at all. I was on that strict of a diet and I was that tuned in, that focused that I just didn't do it. Okay. But you have to live life. You're not bodybuilders. Okay. And be kind to yourself, right? I mean, life's too short sometimes. So, like I said in the previous slides, if you are going out, if you've got an occasion, then you need to do it without feeling guilty. And like I say, if you are going out, just adjust your calories leading up to that, but always prioritize your protein. Okay. Always look for that protein source in any dish that you have. Okay. Protein is going to help contribute towards your body composition. So, it's going to help you when you're losing weight, but keeping muscle tone and it's going to give you that shape as well as you are losing that weight. Okay. Um, yeah, guys, food is fuel, right? Look at the nutrients. So if you are going out, you have to look at the fact that potentially, okay, yeah, all right, awful example, McDonald's. Okay. If you're going to have a Mackey's tomorrow night, okay, all I'd say is leading up to that for breakfast, you're probably going to have some eggs. Okay. Um, don't have anything carby or fatty, so I'd probably have an omelette maybe. For lunchtime, I would drop it down to a chicken salad, something like that. And then I could have my Mackies at night. So I prioritize my protein through the day. And then finally, I've got that McDonald's at night. Okay. Now the crazy thing is that like a double cheeseburger's got about 450 calories. And one of your meals might have the same amount of calories too, right? But the only difference is one of them is packed with micronutrients and one of them is packed with macronutrients. Okay. The micronutrients are all the vitamins and minerals that you get from that dish. The macronutrients are just simply the protein, carbs, and fats that you get. Now, which one do you think that is? Okay. Of course, the Mackie is going to be packed with macros, not so much micros because it's engineered food, right? The natural food is going to be more packed with micronutrients, is of course going to be overall better for you, even though it might have the same amount of calories overall. Okay, food for thought. So, which quote are you going to take away with you tonight? You don't have to be perfect to make progress. We are what we repeatedly do, from Aristotle. What we do now echoes in eternity, or it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Okay? Few things to take away there. Okay? And also remember, always have a goal. And if you hit that goal, have another one as well. Okay? Now, I hope that helps, guys. Any questions at all, drop a comment underneath this video or feel free to reach out to us as well. Contact at akactive.com, and I will see you all very soon. Okay, guys, I hope that helped, and I'll see you soon.